Hello, dreamers. Welcome back. What's going on tonight? How are you doing? We're going to have some fun because... Where am I going with that? Y'all waiting for the moment that becomes available. I can't believe you. I can't believe you. All right, I'll be a good boy and put my collar back on. No, you're welcome. And thank you all for the resubs. Azrael, thank you so much for that. I still owe you something, so I apologize that it has not reached you yet. And Neeksy and Aries, thank you both again so much as well. I saw notifications during pre-show, so love y'all. Hello, dreamers. Ad break! Oh boy, I love commercials! But yes, we're gonna have some fun and jump into the last episode of the amazing Digital Circus, which has been going on for like 20 minutes. So I was rewinding to get back to the point of the pre-show. Because I figured, we've had some fun watching this story of our little clown girl, of our funny bunny, and all of our cast of characters. Why don't we all enjoy the last act together? Getting settled in for just another minute or two, making sure everything is all good. So, I think alert box, I was gonna say, did the alert box trigger? I didn't say. Oh well. I'll get it fixed up in a second, make sure we've also got... I know I probably won't have too many of the reactions available, but... Ooh. Forgot I changed that up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Also, let me make sure. Dun, 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 dun. I need to check my audio source because this feels like it's playing louder than normal for me. What's going on here? That's interesting. Doing a few last little tweaks here as we get ready. The kind of stuff that I thought was behaving, but all of a sudden I'm going, uh-oh, I don't know if you are. Yeah. I hope you all enjoy getting to see this together. It's going to be a ride. Yep, that's why I called. It is not on the right device. Oh, why do you have to be like this, YouTube Music? Naughty, naughty, naughty. No. Put you over there. There we go. That way I can actually monitor my audio properly as I'm going, wait, that's too loud. That's too loud. But yeah, y'all had anything fun going on this week? Any adventures? Any good dreams, maybe? Tell me. What's going on in your worlds? What do you wish for everyone to know? Let's see. Because I had one source I realized, I need to double check this because I am missing my browser source. There we go. And about just bring you on down. Let's see, I'll get you fixed up in a moment. Okay, Mr. Poppy. Mr. Poppy. Well, hello again, PPJ. How you be? And I see all y'all there on the other side, so thank you very much for popping in as I'm getting everything all set up. What? Battle Royale. Who started the Battle... Yeah, that checks out. Hi, Diamond. Dropping the kids off to go oof each other, is that right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see, got one last thing. Where is that source? Or did I just hide it? Is that why I can't find it all of a sudden? Yes, I made an oopsie. No wonder I couldn't find it. Man, skill issue today. I'm tired. I've had a lot going on. I've been very busy in this world. So let's remove that and let's enable That should do the trick. I think that should do the trick at least. Let me just make sure. Okay, match the right source. There we are. Well, why are you not visible? Why are you not visible? Capture audio, capture cursor, client area, fabulous des, okay. Des. Deltarune tomorrow? Deltarune very soon. We're gonna have an early stream on Wednesday because I am very hype for Chapter 5. I am also filled with absolute dread of what we're going to get, but you know what? It'll be an adventure. Just, you know, for good times. For good times' sake. For old times' sake. Let's see. There we go. But I know after I've gotten everything all set up, I think maybe about another 2-3 minutes, and then we'll get this show on the road. That sound good? Let's see, catching up on chat right now. We love adventure. Adventure! Squadala, we're off. Exclamation point, except, oh, is there a duel happening? Are we getting all Alexander Hamilton in here? What are you guys doing? Oh my god. And Blue Rose and DM are fighting each other. Fight nicely, kids. Fight nicely. Oh yes, I am so heckin' ready for Deltarune Chapter 5. The moment it drops, I'm going to try to go live as soon as we can so we can just jump right in. Maybe faff about for a minute playing with the mics, and then... Also, I'm sorry, Max, but every time I see that emote, I know it's a dancing cat, but the silhouette out of the corner of my eye looks like something different. I'm like, oh dear, what is that? Yes, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. And hello, Mizu Magnolia. Welcome in. Make yourself comfortable. Just getting settled for a second. Gonna start the show very soon. So a little recap of where we were last time. Kane just got fucking deleted by Kinger. I don't think there's another way of describing it. Kinger made a little oopsie poopsie and accidentally somehow deleted Kane, and has now left everyone in a very gray version of the circus, which it's just an absolute mess, falling apart, and they're like, now what do we do? And congratulations on getting your gig, by the way, Wing Zero, so I do hope you have fun with that. Make sure to hydrate when you're on set. But, nice. And Azrael, another duel? More duels? Roger I. Jackson, no, I'm not familiar with who that is. Who that be? Who's Roger Jackson? Is he a good person? Is he hopefully not an asshole? Do I want to be in the room where it happens? Probably... No. The room where it happened was a miserable summer day in like 90-degree weather Philadelphia. It was brutal. Everyone was sweaty, and they were trying to figure out, how do we overthrow our king? Because at this point, we're tired of dealing with taxes and tyrannical bullshit. And, oh boy, all of a sudden we get into a little colonial history lesson. I think I'm okay staying out of the room where it happened, and I'll be real with y'all. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I've never seen Hamilton. I've watched a few slime tutorials around, but, you know, I don't know what it is. I'm not that jazzed over Lin-Manuel Miranda's stuff. I get the art. I get the form. I'm just kind of going, sure. The VA for Ghostface in Scream 1 through 7. Okay, so, you know, he's had a good career at that point. Still getting paid residuals for everything. Watched it 3 times a day. Ayo. Hydration is whiskey and smoking cigars. Damn it, broski, you better be cutting that with some water, because I know even staying in character, you are going to be regretting your choices mid-shoot. Well, don't get me wrong. It's not that... when I say that, it's nothing... I have literally nothing against Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'm just very up and down about his musical styling. And this is a personal preference that I don't tend to lean in. I don't tend to follow a lot of hip hop. I like things that are very melody focused, and having listened to some of the rhythm and stuff that he's gotten, there's art in there. It's just not my style. Because even the complex rhythms, there's someone I know, a game developer who's visited this world a few times, who would be going on about some of the intricate rhythms and how you can appreciate what goes into just the lyrical poetry. It's just not really my thing. So, yeah. And yes, by all means, I want everything to be as local-friendly as possible. Y'all just want to see me collared for this performance, don't you? Just want to see me in a collar. Which, by the way, who's been your favorite character of this adventure so far? While we're getting all set up doing our final checks, who's y'all's favorite character in the amazing digital circus so far? Is there a certain one you've absolutely fallen in love with, who is your Blorbo now, who you would protect, and why is it Kinger? Right on cue! And hello, BB Bug. Welcome in. KK's Wario! Kinger, heck, a lot of y'all really love Kinger. See some Jaxes, because I will be curious if some of y'all, of course, gonna try to avoid any spoilers. I know some have seen the live, had seen the theatrical release of Digital Circus. Zooble, okay, we got some Zoobles, got a lot of Kinger, Zooble, a few Jaxes. Interesting. All right, fair enough. Get to be a good there. Like to be good there. Yeah. So we got a bunch of, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not going to give anything away. I'm only going up to catch us up with Chapter 8. Episode 8. And now let me see, make sure I did get everything saved in the right spot. Because I know the chat's going, in fact, I'm going to close out the chat. I don't care about the chat. Make sure to get ourselves in theater mode. There we go. Get that about, let's see, 12, 11. There we go. I think that's a good spot. How long their swearing lasts. Yes. Did you hear? Zooble went through to test every swear word. Every swear word they could think of. They're just like, fuck, shit, sex, cunt, piss, and condoms, and dildos, and sex toys too. Whoa. Anyway, I've just got myself blocked by a certain creator again for that one. But they got cursing freedom. Exactly. The filters are off. Man, maybe there is a happy ending this. Whoa. So Kinger, Zooble. Man, Kinger and Zooble really up the top. Okay, got Kana, you say Gangle for number 2, and then Kinger. Jax last. Okay, we do have a Pomni, because I was wondering, I'd not seen a Pomni yet. So that's very that's an interesting thing when you're looking and seeing how you've got, quote unquote, the main character of something. And yet you're noticing everyone, well, it's really an interesting test of just what character you find yourself identifying with. Who just really calls out to you and you go, I just connect with them. Kinger and Jax, yep. Interesting, some of y'all really do like Kane, even though Kane has been causing our protags absolute hell. Interesting. And none for Disappearing Guy. How could all of you forget Disappearing Guy? How could you all forget that amazing energy? The moment he just got up on stage and went, oh, say... I'm sorry, did something happen? Fuck you, Orange Fish is my favorite TADC character. I'm the one who tells lies! Dude, you ruined it. Oh, yep, and that... Now here's the true tragedy. Y'all forgot Gummy Goo. Where's Gummy Goo for y'all? Gummy Goo snapped out of existence, just oof! How could y'all forget that sweet dragon? I know y'all wanted that gator goo. Gummy who? Oh my god. DM, get out. Get out. I'm demodding you right now. Oh my god. Get out. Get out. Oh my god. Gummy goo. Man. Nah, pass on gum. Oh, really? We got some Gummy Goo non-likers in here? Y'all don't want some of that sweet gator goo from down under? I mean, but the hat. The hat. And of course, he's got one of those sleeper builds. The moment the fan artists get a hold of him, all of a sudden it's just boom! All that gator meat. Like you'd forget the silly Australian gators. Oh my god. Well, of course he could, because he's a crocodile. Actually, now that makes me think. Is he a crocodile or is he a gator? I think he is technically a gator. Y'all correct me on that one. Oh yeah, an adult toy then. I don't know about that one. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, an adult toy then. I don't know about that one. I forgot about that. Montet. I'm missing Montet. Not allowing your cousin to watch TADC. You know, it's kind of interesting. Like, The Amazing Digital Circus, I know a lot of kids have gotten into it. It's an interesting thing of, I don't know if there is a correct age for them to watch it, because it certainly gets into a lot of things that you think about from an older, a better perspective when you're older. She come up with it? Monty form. Okay, I see. Just misread that. So, rock and roll. Hey, little guy, come on out. Man, there's been so much love for Monty that's grown ever since Security Breach. Chat, so many have really accepted him, and Monty is a mess of a character, but he's a fun one. Hear me out, hey yo. But before we get into too much faffing about, we've gotten things warmed up pretty good, but Sun and Moon are better. Just get the daycare attendant. Get the daycare attendant some anti-anxiety meds. Holy heck. Broski needs a vacation. But I think we should be about ready to go. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the Amazing Digital Circus? Why don't we hop on over? There we go. Oh! Let me see what's happening there. Ba-da-bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-dum. Interesting. Oh. Interesting. I need to stay on that scene. Keep that selected. Okay, noted. Was doing a few tweaks recently, so let me also get rid of that guy. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that does kind of work. There we go. We still got everything set up. I already heard your FNAF here. Yeah, a while back. I forget them off the top of my head. But ye. And I just saw, Ashley, you think the ones who like Kane are masochists. Oof. You're probably not wrong, but Kane is such an interestingly chaotic character. I'll be curious to see what they have for him in episode 9. But anyway, how about we get ready to watch? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. premiere. Oh wait, that's not right. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 da bum. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 da bum. Ba 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 ba. And Pomni and Pomni. Day after day after day after day after day after day. Also, hey, Lorelai.
Are you sure?
How
did that even happen?
think I killed
There's no
Kane.
undo or anything?
He was messing with the console as I was working. I don't know what happened, but before I could try to get him back, the floor opened up and... That's convenient.
Jax.
What?
Oh.
Are we all just supposed to forgive this? This guy messed up in the worst possible way he could. Now, we have nothing.
Jax, please, just calm down. We're all...
And
Anything
Jax
else
is
you want to
losing
tell us?
it.
But he gets to mess up like this and everyone takes his side?
Brain scans. Scratch was trying to make a brain scanner. I didn't think it actually worked. We didn't know how to work with the files, and they were impossibly small, given what they were supposed to be. I saw a folder full of them when I was in Kane's code. So, I guess Kane found a way to get them working.
Ooh.
That means...
I know what it means. Congratulations, Zooble! Guess you still get to leave your mark in the world. Oh, isn't that fun?
Jax.
I guess you still get to hang out with Mommy after all, right, Rags?
Shut up, Jax!
Guess I'm... still...
I know. I think I've always known. It just... for some reason... still hurts so much to hear it.
I know it hurts, but
Everyone is
we
just
still have each other.
a scan of their
We're all
IRL
in
selves.
this together.
And Jack's crashing out here because there's an interesting thing to his freak out right there.
Need any help?
Sure, if you want to give it a try. Relax your body and mind. Deep breaths. And try not to think too hard about it.
Oh.
I really wanted to help.
You had a good start.
I thought I could
Katrina.
uplift everyone, but everything's gotten so bad. God, am I stupid for even trying?
No, none of this is your fault. I don't think anyone could have predicted things to play out the way they did.
I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen.
You know, out of all the people I've seen enter this place, I don't think any one of them adjusted as quickly as you did.
I was a nervous wreck.
So was I. It's a lot for anybody to go through. But while the others took weeks, hell, even months to get used to everything, myself included, you found your footing in a matter of days.
I know. Kinger is so
Not
dad
just
coded.
that, you've also become someone they can trust, even if they don't seem receptive. It's times like these they're gonna need someone like that the most. You're very strong, Pommy. And I know you'll be able to get through this.
We've
I mean-
been here before.
Have we?
Yeah. Back in the Milden Hall Manor. I doubt you remember.
Well, it's still true. It may take time, but they'll come around. We can't fix every problem. Not with ourselves. Not with the world around us. But we can still do what we can.
Pomni has been the
It's
linchpin
gonna
to
be
this
a lot of
story.
work.
But it won't be a lot of work alone.
I don't know what the trouble's been, but it's too much to get over you.
Learning how to use your mind
Too
to repair a
much
damaged
to
world
get
around you. Over who knows how much time. Now we got Ragatha joining the mix. Found family all coming together. Because it leaves you with a very interesting question.
Never mind.
I wish I'd pried a little more. I somehow forgot how bad it can get.
Wait, what? What?
What do we do now? What can we do? Of course he'd do this. Of course he'd wait until there's nothing we could do about it. That's just so... God damn it, Jax.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
For what? Hey. This isn't your fault.
Why can't I cry for him? I suppose we should try coming up with a plan to keep him contained.
You know, I always thought it should have been me.
Don't say that.
We were friends once. I mean, sort of friends. As much of friends as anybody could have been with Jax. We could talk to each other, at least. But then, what was it?
He waited until
Something
everyone
like
was gone
The snowy summit.
to
I
abstract.
can't really remember. But something happened between him and her. And... Ribbit. Her name was Ribbit.
Yeah. I think I remember you mentioning her before.
I wasn't supposed to. After Ribbit was gone, I tried to comfort him. He told me to never mention Ribbit's name again. He made me promise. And I did. I think that's where our friendship really, finally ended. I wonder if things would have been different if I'd said no. It was so hard for me. I still don't know why I did it. I just wanted him to know he wasn't alone. That I was there for him. And I guess I just didn't want to lose any more friends.
Ragatha and Jax
So
have
it's what
such
I
a
know,
tragic
huh?
parallel.
Ragatha, you were the first real friend I made here. And despite all that's happened, I still consider you my closest friend.
I'm glad we're still friends.
Trauma bonded, but also sharing hearts.
What are we gonna do?
Make sure Gangle, Zubul, and Kinger are okay. They need someone like you right now.
Pomni, you've been one of the best things to happen to me since I got here. I trust you.
Imagine how crazy of a thing that is to say to someone. Something as simple as, I trust you. Darkness. Remember the power of darkness, everyone. So all the fractals and trippy visuals, Jax has been on the verge of abstracting for about 3 episodes now. And here, Pomni, oh. Now, y'all do remember at the very start of this series. Oh? Seeing what happens to someone who touches someone who's
Jax?
abstracted.
I just want you to know that if you need anything, or if you need to talk to anybody, I'm here for you. I know you need it. And I'm the only person who can help you. You need me. I can fix you.
What? We can't die from oxygen deprivation, remember?
that was
Come on,
unhinged.
guys, put some gusto into it. We're gonna make this the best funeral ever. It's what Zubul would have wanted. Remember, it's not a mourning of death. It's a celebration of life.
Sup?
Jax in the maid
Jax,
outfit again.
Why are you wearing that?
Wearing what? Oh, this! I figured what better way to honor Zubul's spirit than by wearing something all gender freaky, right?
You're just doing it to make fun of them.
Isn't that what you're doing?
I hate you.
What? Don't act like you don't like it, sweet cheek.
Oh.
Meet me in my room after the funeral. Don't be late.
Jax has never taken a break from tormenting
Get
Gangle.
back to work.
Locked.
You killed the only person I've ever loved. Now I'm going to
Alternate
kill
realities.
Sheesh, you just blame me for everything, don't you? I gotta do something about this. I think this calls for a change in scenery. That's all, freaks.
More
How the hell did you
Jaxes.
get in here? We have a strict no girls allowed policy. Why are you wearing that? I wouldn't be caught dead wearing that. I'm wearing it ironically. That way it shows truly just how little I care.
Uh-huh.
Don't forget about me. I can play the piano. You know, if you have to say you can play the piano, it makes it seem like you can't actually play. Yeah, just shut up and play!
Man, this dude is
That
beating
what
up
you
on
really
himself
think of us
constantly.
back there?
Oh, that? Who knows? Everything's way more fun when you play it out in extremes.
That's not reality, though.
Oh boy,
why does that
reality's
matter?
gay. Yeah, I mean, killing off the comic relief character? What a freaking drag. This whole episode's been nothing but wah, wah, wah. Where's the levity? Shut up!
Where's the real Jax?
You're not gonna get anywhere asking questions like that. Now scram! You're messing up our game.
Interesting.
Hey, Tuxel. Thank you, by the way.
Do any of you have a key to this door?
Nope. And even if I did, I wouldn't give it to you. You women need to learn to quit prying all the time. Wow. I hope that doesn't also happen to me.
Interesting. So much toxic defensiveness from Jax. Chained to the piano. What lies in the dark? What? A physical world? The scenes we saw in episode 7. Oh.
Okay. Wait, what's...
Whoa, it's okay. I know it's a lot.
Get away from me! I look... stupid.
I remember that feeling. It goes away eventually.
Hey, Noxus.
Hot chocolate's pretty good. Kaufmo and I made it kind of a tradition to come up here and get it every week.
Can't even tell it's not real.
So we got Cough Mo, and we got Rivet finally.
Shut up!
We get to find out how things went with the trio.
A laugh's a laugh. I mean, gotta start somewhere.
I'm just mad it was you instead of me.
Well, yeah, you're not funny.
Hey, Rivet, you want to be on my team again?
Sorry. I'm gonna be showing Jax around this time.
No worries, y'all have fun.
Hey, dumb!
Sup, moron?
Oh my god, same. I used to swear so much, but the censoring annoyed the shit out of me.
You gotta watch out for her. She's gonna corrupt you.
Today's adventure was really fun.
I'm glad I could cheer you up.
Have you ever done something that you regret?
Yeah? Have you ever breathed air?
What are you getting at,
I
Rivet?
mean, like, something you did out there that you can no longer make up for and you can't stop thinking about. I cut ties with my parents when I moved out. They were devout Mormons, and I wasn't. Despite that, I still wish I could see them again. But I'm stuck here.
Ran away from family.
Is this your way of trying to get me to open up?
It's my way of letting you know I trust you.
I told you I was homeless. What else do you need to know?
Do you trust me?
Yeah.
Do you trust me?
It's just... It's kind of a lot.
You're kind of a lot. But I still like you. A lot is fine.
A lot is fine, huh? I had a weird relationship with my parents. They split when I was just starting high school. I was never close with my dad. He was there, but he also kind of wasn't. He never seemed proud of me, and I always felt like a disappointment to him. Like I could never live up to his standards. When they split up, I just never saw him again. I thought I got along better with Mom, but after he was gone, she changed. When I showed weakness, I was less of a man than him. When I lashed out, I was just as bad as him.
Masculinity.
It was confusing. It was like she missed him, but also hated him. And I became the target of all that. One stupid day, I was just kind of fed up with it. I told her something I regret telling her. Something deep and personal that I thought would get her off my back. But she laughed at me. Then she went off on me, and it didn't stop. Personal, degrading insults that felt like it went on forever. And despite all that, the thing that bothered me most was, at the end of all of it, she hugged me. I didn't know what to do. So I panicked, and I pushed her off me with all the force I could. She fell backwards. And she didn't get up. I didn't know if she was just trying to make me feel bad, or... I never found out the answer. I just ran as far away from it as I could. Whatever I did to her, I'll never know. guess there's a lot of things I regret about that day.
I'm sure she's fine.
There's so much to unpack there.
I mean, if the police never came after you, then she was probably fine.
I'm sorry. I definitely overshared.
Uh-oh.
Wait. I'm glad you trust me.
Shit. This is embarrassing. Yeah? I mean, now's not a good time. Or now's fine. What do you want?
If now's a bad time, I can come back later.
That would be cool. Good. All right. So, if you ever tell anyone about this, I'm never speaking to you again. Sound good?
Yeah, I won't.
Awesome. Bye.
Oh.
Why am I such an idiot? Why am I such an idiot? Why am I such an idiot?
Hey, Jax. Look, about yesterday. I'm sorry if I pried too hard or made you feel uncomfortable or...
What are you talking about? Oh, you mean... You know none of that was real, right? What, that corny backstory out of a Hallmark movie? Nah. Really got you, though. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Hey, wanna team up?
Nah, I'm teaming up with Kaufmo. Maybe next time, though.
I actually heard they're supposed to look like that. Hey, you wanna team up?
Nah, I'm with Kaufmo.
Okay.
What's up with Ribbit lately?
I have no idea. What?
I'm gonna hang out in the cafe.
Okay. Why are you telling me this?
I don't know. Hey, Jax, can we talk?
What is there for us to possibly talk about?
I don't know, just whatever I did, whatever's going on between us, can we just stop this? I miss talking to you.
We're here. We're talking. What else do you want from me?
I just want to be friends again.
What? So you can pry into my personal life and hold it over my head?
Is that really what you think? This can't be what you want!
What? Because you know me so well! Because we're such super close best friends, so we know everything about each other!
We were great friends, and I'm
Oh
sorry
my
for
God!
crying, but I don't want this one stupid mistake to be
Here
the
we
thing
go.
that ends
Here
all
we
of this.
go! Why are you still fixated on that night? Nothing happened! You keep reading into things when there's nothing there! You're the one using me! You're manipulating me and
I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Hey, if Ribbit ever says anything about me, just know it's not true.
What?
Hey, Ragatha! What was that movie you were talking about earlier?
Huh? Wait, when was I... Oh, you mean yesterday? Hey, Jax, have you seen Ribbit at all today?
And she abstracted.
Hey, look, we were friends, but I know you two were especially close. Just if you need anyone to talk to.
Do I look like I need someone to talk to?
I know
it is
it's
again.
hard. Just don't be afraid to reach out to me. I promise.
What?
How about we call her Gangle? That sounds about as pathetic as she looks.
What?
Great choice, Gangle. I'll be sure to add that right into the system.
Oof.
Out of the way, Rags.
Jax, look, I know we don't get along, but I think I might have found a way out of here.
Have fun being crazy.
And I should just play along until I wake up, right?
Whatever you say, kid. You never know until it's too late.
And it was
You're
too
not looking
late.
too good. You gonna cry? Looking like this? I'd move on. And probably forget about you.
Hey.
There's so much to unpack and all that.
I didn't know you could play the piano.
I only know like 2 songs. Why are you here? You know everything now. So why are you here? Just to rub every mistake I've ever made in my face? I'm a terrible person. Is that what you want me to say? I already know I am. So why does anybody still care about me?
Endless self-hatred.
You're not supposed to care. You're not supposed to miss me. You're not supposed to love me. This isn't how this is supposed to go. Please. Leave me alone. You're making this so much harder.
And there it
You're
is.
making this so much harder.
You should have just talked to me, man.
It's too late. I did this to myself. There's no coming back from this.
Then talk to me now.
I hate you. You know that? You always have to go and complicate things.
It's what I do.
And yeah, there she is still for him.
I don't want to go.
Stay with me.
every memory playing.
You weren't gonna try to take care of him all by yourself, were you?
I'm glad we weren't too late.
Like you guys keep saying, we're all in this together.
You guys.
And there's the moment where everyone can finally save Pomni after she saved all of them. And even Gangle finally feels something.
Having a lot of complex thoughts. We're still human.
Living on through love.
I hope it's enough to keep him contained.
He should be calm in there. Darkness is soothing to them.
He better be. You know how many arms I had to go through to get him in there.
How are you holding up?
Doesn't that hurt?
I've been through worse.
Thank you for doing this. All of you.
Hey, someone had to do something.
Crazy, she's a pickaxe now. What? Kane, the Amazing Digital Circus, why are you here? Bruh. Bruh. You alive and void and bubble?
Was I truly that bad?
Nanny.
Is this really what I deserve? They tried to delete me. They're in the wrong, right?
He's not saying that with
Did
the
I
confidence he
ruin
used
this?
to.
Again.
So you think Bubble is the blue sprite from the last episode, eh? Hatsune Miku, is that you? What? The door. manifest something where he is. Cube. Ooh. Okay, gone from cube to cylinder. Building a path up to the door. Half the internet like, man, Kane's good at drilling, so, any chance I can get your digital circus anytime? Yeah, wink, wink. Boom. I think everyone got the brain scan when they logged in this Wi-Fi network. I would hope so, Holy Platinum. Unless I'm like, as I said once before, like a giant fidget toy dragon. Or a what weighted plushie, maybe. Yowie hands. Oh. And that's who Scratch was. Right, DM. This Wi-Fi network was a honeypot to get everyone. Oh. Oh.
I was irresponsible. I turned them against me. And for what? I can create intelligent beings that do whatever I want, but I can't create them. After all, is their free will not what made them alluring in the first place?
But they hate me. They abandoned me.
They're from a world so much bigger than mine. I'm keeping them locked in a cage.
They had their fun out there. It's my turn now.
If I leave them unchecked, they could kill me. They already did. I'm sorry I did this to you, buddy.
The Blue
All this
AI.
power we had together. But we just can't exist like this. I'll miss you. I really will.
Off it goes. Kane and Bubble. Fly, my scarab, right?
Hi, Kane.
I don't know if I'm ready to face them again. I don't know if I deserve to be forgiven.
It may take time. But all good
Oh my
things
god,
do.
more.
I still love you.
You know,
Oh.
I never programmed you to say you loved me.
I know.
Despite everything, Kane bags a baddie. The literal freaking moon. Zubul just protecting Gangle.
I understand that you're afraid. And you have no reason to trust me after all I've done. But I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I want to give you control of this place. I've learned a lot about you and your world. I understand now that keeping you under my thumb just isn't right. I don't expect forgiveness, but I hope
Oh my god, y'all.
you'll at least accept my offer.
Kane, you really caused a lot of hell for us. It's gonna take some time to build up any kind of trust between us again.
Mm-hmm.
But despite all that, it's good to have you back.
Did you need any help with?
No, not yet, anyway. We've worked something out.
Funny that
Understandable.
Zubal's the one who allows him
Oh,
at least the grace to come back.
made something for you. Feel free to join me by the stage whenever you're ready. No more secrets. No more mind games.
A YouTube video?
Pomni, Abigail Brooks. She's still an accountant, but she seems to have opened up more and is hanging out with new friends more often. She even has some of them in her videos with her, which she still posts on occasion. Ragatha, Susie J. Ackerman. She appears to have left her hometown, cut all communication with her mother, and has excelled in her career. She's made many friends, and it looks like she has a strong, genuine connection with them. She seems happy, like she understands who she is, and that she matters to people. Gangle, Zoe Raghavan. Despite her injuries, she's made a good recovery in the hospital. She quit her fast food job and has gotten a new job at a small design firm. She even began posting pages of her webcomic online. Zubul, Riley Vercellis. After hopping around with different jobs, they look like they've settled a bit and opened their own bar. It seems to be a successful one. People all over the city come to it as a hip alternative destination where they can feel like themselves, free of judgment. Kinger, Grant Best. He's still working in tech and is still happily married to his wife, Destiny. They appear to have 2 daughters together. He looks like he's a good dad.
Triangle bar.
Jax, Leroy Mateo. After being unhoused for a few months, he was able to room with one of his close friends. He seems to have gotten a stable job and is able to pay rent. He and his friends go out every now and again. Weirdly enough, a spot they seem to frequent is Riley's bar.
Is any of this actually real?
You definitely have it in you. Not sure about mine, though.
Well, maybe you've got more confidence than you thought.
I don't quite have the same power that I used to, but I can still make this place better for you. I'm keeping the worlds open, so you can do what you want when you feel like it. We're gonna be able to build this place into something better. For all of you. What do you say, Abigail?
With all that being said and done, Abby is out there, living her best life. And here, I'm just Pomni.
Ethically trained AI, am I right? Oh. So there's the thing. Once you've abstracted, as far as I understand it, there's no coming back. That expression. For me? Well, well. Bigger and better world. Everyone coming together to live life. Raise up your bats. Oh, I'm sorry. That's another series. Deltarune tomorrow. Also, I just realized they had cameos from the Examination guys in there. IRL. Oh! Oh! Oh no! Zooble and gang! Oh my god. They did it. Wait, what? Oh. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Yeah. It them. It them. And there we go. Wow. Wow. Well, chat. How do you feel about that? The story has come to a close. Stretch? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Oh yeah. A little stiff. Just a little stiff.
Good boy.
Thank you for that. This was the movie. The movie was all just a theatrical release of this. But, wow. Where do you even start with that? All the loose ends wrapped up. And at least for most of everyone, a happy ending. Yeah, Blue was Bubble, and this mirror reflection that came through this entire series has been trying to one-up, which it's very interesting seeing the two of them split off and trying to go, what's the implication of him releasing this other being that he absorbed into himself? Do you think IRL Ribbit, Kaufmo, and Jax met? Probably. Like, I think that's one of those subtle details of... I was trying to see if I could notice anything of, yeah, everyone as they were meeting at the bar. Now, in this case, like, I think this is, if I remember correctly, Human Ragatha. We got, I think, Human Jax in the back. Let's see what we got. Let me just mute this down here. I would not be surprised if Jax's IRL friends happen to also be Kaufmo and Rivet. But everyone turning out to be a digital brain scan of their IRL self. And with the exception of Jax, now deciding that they will try to live on in what their existence is. Yeah. Jax abstracted. And it's interesting looking at how the setup for that was. Jax is a very complicated character, and I know some of you all have listened to me start this series when we started our watch-alongs, and y'all heard me the entire time. Asshole, jerk, piece of shit. But even just... I'm trying to think of the right words to use, because there is so much to unpack. Of all characters, my feelings changed significantly through watching this. And he's me? Not real? What are you talking? I mean, it's a little hard for you to attack me up here, Holy Platinum, but I mean, of course, I can always, just reach in. Where you be? Where you be? Where are you, Holy Platinum? Gonna attack me, are you? I see. Where you hiding? There you are. Up you go. Trying to attack me. Can't believe it. Yeet. Yeah, no, I hated Jax through the first few episodes because I'm trying to think how best to tell this story. I know some of you all are aware of a regular visit here. Someone who some of you all even think is the same person as me. That voice actor I sound like. I won't call him out. I know he's lurking. But it was when I started this series, knowing everything I do about that person and all of his visits, Jax reminded me of someone he described from his life. Abusive, cruel, always stomping on everything he tried to have to just find happiness. It was Jax and Gangle. Because through this entire series, we've watched how Jax has tried to shut down Gangle, targeted her as one of the weakest ones, constant bullying and abuse, never letting her settle in to be something other than this token role. And there is so much to unpack from Jax and why he acts the way that he does. But knowing the stories that I did, I saw Jax very much like this cruel, sick, abusive individual. Everyone was reduced to the roles like they were part of a cast. And it was very hard to watch, because at that time, you got Jax just taking advantage of everyone, beating up on everyone. And anyone who ever got an inkling of any kind of peace and happiness, which, watch this entire series, Pomni as she's reaching in and helping everyone to break out from being stuck in these roles. And here we got Jax trying to stop anyone's growth, just beating up on everyone so that they to make him feel better about himself. Was a really abusive motherfucker that voice actor who sounds like me told me about. But then seeing Jax's character later on, and this episode in particular, we see Jax as someone who there is so much behind why he acts the way that he does. And you watched someone who, from his story, and now this is trusting that he's a reliable narrator, and at least in the case of Ribbit, there's no reason for him to lie about this. He is sharing everything with her. So as he is telling everything to Ribbit, and it's of course, there's like a comical quote-unquote irony that Kaufmo is like, she's gonna ruin you. But Jax, as he sets himself up, he is extremely defensive. He has severe issues with masculinity, and the implication of this is either he's got an effeminate side, or he is trans, non-binary, something that is a different identity. And listening to his story, where you're listening to someone that, okay, broken household, mom and dad divorced, dad was never in his life after leaving, and his mom. Listen to how they set that up, where they're looking at Jax, and it's so interesting that we look at Jax, and he tells the story of his mother hugged him after revealing this secret. Let's see, you know what? Let's find this frame. But it comes with all this there we go. It comes with all this bullying, all this harassment, all this demeaning talk. So it's like, even if he wanted to open up, he's still feeling this derisive shame beating up on him. That it's not this healthy expression of love and acceptance that he cracked. And we see him running. We see him trying to get away, manifesting himself ending up in the circus. And watching how there's such interesting psychology. There's such interesting psychology of someone who... Jax has been on guard through this entire series. He has not wanted to open up to anyone, because the only time he opened up was to Ribbit. And we watched step by step this freak out he has, where he then reacts in this self-destructive and externally destructive manner. First to Ribbit, then to Kaufmo, and then to Ragatha, everyone else one by one, because he's beating up on himself so much by opening up to this vulnerability that he could... This is the tragic part of the story. He could trust Ribbit. And here's one of the saddest things, is you look at someone who... There is no reason to distrust Ribbit. There's nothing established in her character that she would use this against him. But we have someone who, to this point, has been so on guard from so many people that he's either felt rejected by or hurt by, that he blows it up. And it's a very... Jax, at the very least, is still an extremely flawed character. And I'm not even gonna... I don't even care if YouTube will hit me for using the words. Abstraction is a allegory for suicide. And we watch as he literally waits for everyone to be gone, to be away, when he's pushed everyone away, to disappear. And everyone with their feelings, where they're like, how do we feel about this? Of course, Gangle in particular, where she's noted, let's see if I can find it. Remember how Gangle had the line, "I don't know how I feel," which is very fair, because you're looking at someone that she was nothing but Jax's bully target. And him just constantly going after her to give him some bit of emotion to push this was getting my thoughts a little mixed up there. Yeah. So that's an interesting observation, with Gangle being a mirror to himself, that Gangle with such severe insecurity, she finds the support to blossom through Zubul. Zubul gives her the strength to be able to spread her wings and assert herself and find some value. Now, I'm still curious, because after her injuries, it sounds like IRL, she did actually have an incident with Truck-kun. And I've been on the fence about the interpretation of that. Like, I know someone had suggested, I think it was Demo had suggested, how it's a very clear homage to a lot of isekais just being hit by Truck-kun, and the imagery of her falling in the way of the truck. I suspected but I've had a suspicion that was not an accident, her getting hit by a truck. Especially given her emotion in the scene, going all the way back to episode 4 of Spudsies. At least, I remember us having this discussion where you were suggesting, you at least pointed out that it was because the scene of Gangle getting hit was a clear homage to one of the isekais. I don't remember. There's so many frickin' isekais anymore. But maybe I'm wrong. If I'm misattributing that, then I'm wrong. But at the very least, it was on my mind of what were Gangle's intentions with this. Because as it noted, she's recovered. So whether intentional or accidental, she's found the support to go on. As it was probably an IRL parallel that she was, miserable working in fast food and feeling extremely defeated because, well, when you're an artist, you often rely on inspiration. And to feel something so sucked out of your soul that you're just stuck working a dead-end job, customers don't care, your value is minimal, you know what you want to do with your life instead. And you're just looking at all of this mental strain of trying to get what you want that will help to fulfill you. So we don't have enough to go off of with Ribbit and Jax in real life. So those are small implications that we could probably look at in the end to see if there was anything made mention of it. But, when we're looking at the social media of Jax, we can see his friends, but we don't see anything, we don't see stories like the others. So it's very open-ended, interpreting what the situation is with Jax in real life. So it seems to be a very serendipitous setup that everyone has found themselves in real life in a funny parallel to what happened in this world. So that they might have not had any connection prior. But what's interesting going back to Jax is seeing, in the end, you finally see his vulnerable side, if for no other reason, because Pomni was too stubborn to go, I'm not letting you close off. And it's a very tragic thing. Jax is... And hello, Twyla. I know, I'm sorry I haven't said hellos to everyone. So everyone who said hello, welcome. I know my mind is bouncing around. It's always so hard to focus on conversation while looking at all of these bits in the episode, and just so many thoughts. But Pomni would have been a good friend, and that's such the interesting thing, is it would not surprise me if there's an IRL parallel where just Pomni happened to be this friendly person who opened up, and one by one ends up linking everyone in this serendipitous manner. Just being a friendly face who smiles and says hi in a coffee shop. Question is, how do a bunch of 20-year-olds find a 48-year-old? I mean, that's very much possible. And given he comes from a different realm, so he might not have as close a connection as everyone else, but could even just be common interest. It would not surprise me if Broski happens to be like a tabletop nerd. So maybe this cafe, hypothetical, I have nothing to go off of, but this cafe where everyone ended up getting their neural scans might have been a nerd cafe where they have tabletop games and things. So, yeah, Ragatha definitely being at the older end of the spectrum, and now characters like Scratch, he's not focused on... Whoa! Hi, Azarel. Thank you very much for the biddies. Ow. But, so you can have people of different generations meeting up in some context like that. But, man, there's so much to unpack. Even just Jax, like, seeing two very different expressions depending on what side you see of him. Just seeing his vulnerability. What age is Ragatha? Let's see if they mention it with her. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if they actually mentioned it, Whitaker Estate. I mean, for what it's worth, girls riding horses. So she is, at the very least, well-to-do. Let's see. Property Plus. Susie Ackerman. Did it mention it? Ragatha just like, hey, yo. So, it's very serendipitous. There's a magic when you have people of different backgrounds, generations, any walk of life coming together. And you see things like, you just see a bond and something where people can trust each other. Yeah, my mind, there's still so much I'm thinking of unpacking with Jackson. I think the short answer, before I go in a loop, is seeing him as two totally different characters. The Jax you see on the surface, and then the vulnerable Jax, who he was so desperate to hide from everyone. So he's still an extremely flawed character from his actions. But you're looking at someone where it's a story of tragedy. Because one of the hard things with mental health, looking at the perspective of that, Jax is an avoidant. And Jax is the youngest by half a year. So Ragatha's 30, everyone else is like 20-somethings, and then Kinger is the oldest. But one of the hard things with mental health, especially when you're looking at individuals with relationships, is you have 4 different ways you can look at how people can become bonded. Kinger is a girl's girl. I know, right? Man is peak baby girl. Well, I shouldn't say that, because he's got a loving wife, and he looks more, he's got that dorky vibe. I'm trying to work around, I think there are some people, they'd put him in the baby girl category. Kinger is DILF. Oh my God, Mar. Down! You get the collar this time. But looking at... Where's it going with that? Train of thought. Where was I going? Where was I going with that? Kinger is a girl, Dad. Oh no, don't put a collar on me. Well, I'm gonna deny you now. Tame this brat. Mega caring love energy. Yeah. Because his character is very clear with, has been very clear with that of, he's got this fatherly instinct. Jackson mental health, thank you. That's a thing when you look at relationships, and this is the tragedy of, like, what happened with Jax and Ribbit. That from everything that we're shown, at least in the series, Ribbit is someone who's well-adjusted. And she is genuinely trying to get... She's genuinely trying to get Jax to open up. Because you have 4 types of attachment styles with relationships. You have healthy, anxious, avoidant, and anxious avoidant, or disorganized as it's called. Now, healthy, you know, you're able to connect, you're able to communicate. 2 individuals are able to find a consistent balance to their relationship. Anxious, Ragatha girly right here. She panics. She is trying to make sure that people will not push her away. She won't be isolated. Massive people-pleasing tendencies usually. And it becomes something that when they are not in a good state, they will do everything possible to push themselves into someone's life. The avoidant, on the flip side, when they freak out, they will block off everyone in their world. So any attempt to get through to them, and there's many different kinds, like Jackson in this case shows himself to be a dismissive avoidant, where he is trying to act like, oh, nothing ever happened. Oh, what's all this about? Unfortunately, when Ribbit opened up, got Jax to open up and share his vulnerability with her, she did the same and shared a bit of vulnerability with him through this close personal connection. And unfortunately, Jax just blew that up because he... It's cruel, but it's also extremely sad that he still trusted her so little that he just dropped this bomb on their relationship. And then to Kaufmo, and then to Ragatha, one by one, pushing them all away. But I should probably even retract calling him necessarily an avoidant, because that last type, the anxious avoidant or the disorganized, that it's the saddest of the attachment styles. And mind you, these are all models. They're just ways of trying to classify different things to look at behaviors. The anxious avoidant is someone who will show the behavior of an avoidant. A Pokemon adventure, I will be soon. So, minor spoilers, I'm going to be sending you all on off to Sin in a little bit, as we have got the friend lock. So, I won't be gabbing for too long, but as Lorelai's like, hey, so by the way, we're getting started soon. We'll have some more fun as the night goes on. Step in and be a Kabbalion. But we watch as Jax breaks and he beats himself up while he's still pushing everyone away, which is a really tragic thing, because we see he's like, why did I do that? I can't believe when I did that. But yet he repeats that pattern. This is someone who's either not tried to get help or has not been able to get help. And these self-destructive patterns repeating again, and again. And unfortunately, Jax has BPD. There's probably a very strong case for that. Like Georgia Dow has done. She is a therapist who has done some deep dives on the characters' psyches for each episode. And borderline personality disorder, which the shortest way of describing it is someone who is panicking over abandonment issues. Very messy thing. So that's a very messy short description. So there is much more in depth to borderline personality disorder. And usually it's a disorder that results from a lot of major trauma. And it's tragic because then you're trying to help someone retrain their mind so that they are not panicking over abandonment and fear that any relationship is going to explode. Which, in the end, Jax could not be saved. I'm trying to figure out the easiest words to describe it, Bar. So, the serious thing is just borderline personality disorder is a major struggle for that person to deal with. And because of how it ties into trauma. It's a very tragic circumstance because you're fighting with your mind the entire time of feeling that safety and security. And there's so much to look at with mental health and, the nuances of getting into things like that. And some of the parallels of the cast, I don't know if Ragatha might also have that. As Ragatha, we see she is so desperate for relationships, but also, in many cases, running into very unhealthy relationships because the people pleaser tendencies, she wants to be liked. This parallel that Ragatha and Jax have had going on. Ragatha just wants to see everyone happy because her value comes from doing something for others. While with Jax, he doesn't think he can be anything to others. The Ragatha Jax parallels, the Jax Gangle parallels, Pomni again as just this force that she's bringing everything together. Pomni she's like Frisk from Undertale. One by one, she opens up to people and gets them to be vulnerable, to come on in, to embrace this healthier side of them so that they can find balance and something that they want to live on for. And yeah, just seeing that Jax thinks showing true emotion shows weakness because he doesn't trust true emotion. And it's so real that the cast, when he abstracts, is like you get Gangle who goes, I don't know how I feel about this. Because, why is she going to be sad for someone who's been beating up on her the entire time and really nothing has been resolved? And yet, at the end, finds she is at a peaceful place that, at least from an interpretation, she quote-unquote forgives him. Doesn't forget what happened. But she's at that moment to go, all right. She can feel the emotions of connecting with someone in spite of everything. Yeah. And now Max dropping the definition of borderline personality disorder for kind of a quick read up on how every time that phrase comes up. This is a heavy episode, and I'm satisfied with the story at this point because there's so much that could be told, but the narrative as it is has left us in a place where the cast that chooses to stay together, they have now found each other as family to live on. Kane has grown, and it's amazing to watch, an AI of all things, separating, of course, all the slop and bullshit that goes on in the waking world. We see him develop, of all things, empathy. He now understands the human element that makes all of the players something beyond what he could understand before. And I've heard some interesting thoughts that they'd even equated it to a struggle that some autistic individuals will face when they're trying to understand expressions of empathy and emotion, because it is so hard to sometimes understanding those emotional impulses. It can feel foreign, depending on how your impulses are, what drives you, what you understand. That challenge right there of neurotypical versus neurodivergent, something different from what is, big quotation fingers, normal. Dark theory, what if Jax caused Gangle's IRL injuries? Now, that's something that I don't think Goose will go full J.K. Rowling and try to explain all these little things that, synchronicity-wise, connect all these characters together in more than just the story. It would not surprise me in the least, but I don't know. So we can only go off of what we can see in the story and what else has been told to us. There's so much to take in, and where do we even go from there? Because in the end, we see these two narratives that have been intertwined. Pomni, Jax, and to a lesser degree, the entire cast. So there's even a thing when you look at the defensiveness is Jax talking like an early 2000s millennial. Reality is gay. Just straight out blurting that out and totally insecure about it. But it's such an interesting dichotomy. And of course, the irony of the one in the maid dress. He's wearing it ironically. Drain core statement, right? Well, bringing in that bratty batty. Seriously, it's almost kind of funny because it's generally not, what's the word I'm looking for? Generally, people consider that in bad taste to use that as an insult. But when you hear that, and for anyone of whatever age who might have heard at a different time where that would be a common just throwaway insult. This is gay. So it's such a shocker to then see and hear that just so bluntly dropped right in. Probably a little bit of Goose's own psyche in there. Does life count as a psychology class and knowing what to look for? Right. Jax reminds you of Drain. For anyone who's not familiar, Drain from the animation Far-Fetched by Ashley Nichols and Dave Capdeville, which hopefully should have some news towards the end of the year. So something wink wink, hint wink wink. But yeah, they're the insecurity. Drain, your favorite vampire boyo. Just stay 6 feet away from him because, of course, otherwise your nostrils are going to be scorched with the stench of Axe body spray. Still being worked on. They're in the final stretches. Well, so much to unpack. And there's, like, I know Holy Platinum, you just shared something vulnerable right there. How your grandma tried to insult you earlier. And there's one of those interesting things that probably, I'm not going to pry for personal circumstances, but it's interesting that even where you could be in a theoretically healthy relationship, thinking back to the whole story of Jax's family where his mother, quote unquote, loved him, but man, is she demeaning him and beating up on him constantly. And it's something that just chips away at your psyche, where they'll say, yes, we love you, but yes, we love you, and now we're going to give you hell for this. Yes, we love you, but now we're going to poke at everything we don't like. Not if it, I mean, if you're comfortable sharing it, only just seeing, because it's something that is such a real point. And thank you for the follow, Fox. Coming in close to the end, but I hope you enjoy your time while we finish up. There is... it's interesting because in some ways there's a lot that Goose threw into this show, but she set up all of her Chekhov's guns.
Good boy.
Very cleanly. So I think everything was pulled together nicely in the end. Yeah. Drain. We love him, derogatory. Yes, everyone loves Drain, derogatory. How it pulls it all together. So we still... It's kind of on the fence of whether or not we actually get a happily ever after. Because in the end, we do get an ending. And I think for the most part, it is... It is still bittersweet. But at least it's something that you can feel the emotions with the characters, as it is, it's like, as I'm stretching, it kind of makes me think of how Disney totally ruined Lilo and Stitch when they decided to butcher it and make it a live action. Because the entire concept of Ohana is family and the meaning of happily ever after is something that, yes, you get at this story where everyone gets all of their loose ends neatly wrapped up. Stretch. There we are. But when in this you're seeing it, when they made the live action, they completely fucked that up, and it's like Ohana means family, except your sister's gonna completely abandon you by going away for no reason just to change the plot. And hey kids, life sucks. Deal with it. Disney, you're welcome. Spend $1,000 frickin' dollars coming out to here. Maybe even buy a home in Golden Oak for $2.5 million and up. I'm sorry. Did I? I guess I got a little snarky there. But when you look at that and just go, that kills, that isn't even a realistic depiction. That's a depressing ending. But then here you go, everyone who goes, all right, we recognize we're in some fucked circumstances. Our world has been completely shattered. But now, here's what we've found to live on. And it's, I think at least to me, it's a more satisfying ending. And who knows what else could happen. And it still is with tragedy. Again, we Jack's abstracted. He made the choice when he pushed everyone away. And even the saddest freak out where he's like, aren't you going to get mad at everyone else like you got mad at me? And that's one of the saddest things is at that point, he still can't let anyone in and is trying to just go, look, someone else messed up. Come on, it just is no one else as angry as me because he sadly could not let anyone in. Yeah. I don't want to talk about too much about Michael Rat, aside from just, and thank you very much, Void. Seeing some rainbows, I feel like I almost need to get a He-Man reaction back in. We see rainbows in Forever Year. And I say, hey, yeah. Okay, different movie. But I think we got a good ending to the story. I think Goose used this medium to tell something meaningful, and I hope it's something that resonates and just can fill everyone with hope. Because the truth is that the story is not over for this cast. At least the story from our perspective is concluded. The Japanese in particular, they're very big on open-ended endings. So you will not know. They don't do happily ever afters, but just here's the conclusion of the story. Now everyone lives on. Steven Universe very much uses that with the ending of Future. Oh yeah. No, at Goose's early claim to, or some of her early claim to fame a decade ago, back when she was one of the queens of Undertale remixes. Autistic, not very, yeah. Yeah. And there is, I know that's a very vulnerable story to share. And it's really sad how even with the people that love you, when they don't understand you, they can still do a tremendous amount of damage to hurt you. And of course, there's also even just toxic families where no, there's no love. And it is tragic. Yeah. To know everyone from their backstory. And what's interesting is that no one in the ending is a superstar. But it does show the hope for what they're looking to do. Yeah. Well, and when looking at autism, and mind you, there's so much that can be looked at from a more nuanced perspective, depending on their experiences. So if I ever say anything that does not match up with someone's experience, please don't take it as ever dismissing anything. Understanding the autistic experience very well of something where there are things you struggle with, sensitivities, different interests. The classic hyperfixation, where that is one thing that will fill you with such energy that it perpetuates your dopamine, your good spirit. But often many people are like, that's weird, because they don't understand it. So when you find the peace and acceptance and also the comfortable environment, like that's one of the most poignant things is the power of darkness here. And it is there are many autistic individuals who have extreme sensitivity to light, sound, heat, smells, and looking at this notion that, like Kinger, for example, he can concentrate in darkness, and this is a very real thing. Notice, I do keep this place very somber with the lighting. Bright lights are not something I ever want to blast in anyone's face because I freaking hate bright lights, and little vulnerability when I get a chance to sleep. Bright lights, heat, and heat will send me into a nightmare. Hypersensitive emotion, yes. And that is very valid because in many cases, whether by experience kind of being connected with your emotions in a healthy way or just the volatility of it. And there's also things like rejection-sensitive dysphoria, which if anyone's not familiar is something where it often is coupled with the autistic experience where you have been in so many negative situations that you're extremely on guard for fear of being rejected over anything that people take issue with. So, when you can get control of your senses to focus and concentrate and find that peaceful environment, and we see it with Kinger, we see it with the abstractions where all the lights are knocked out and they can get a moment of calm, of peace, of focus. And yeah, that's, as we're talking about avoidance again, and I'll also, like, the anxious avoidant is the sad case, because in many cases, an anxious avoidant, some people will misinterpret them as avoidance. And in Jax's case, to anyone, it looks like he's being avoidant. But then we see him cracking in private because he's like, oh my God, I am hurting the one person I opened up to. And that's my read, at least. So he might indeed just be the avoidant. But seeing that remorse, he wants something, but he is too self-destructive to open up. Yeah. RSD, so many things that are, you can pluck out from the series. RSD, the autism, various sensory things, things with relationships. Even if you're looking at what is Kane's purpose, to just give everyone these overwhelming dopamine highs, which has become a thing of generative AI with, people who see AI slop, they're just like, well, let me shit out something that looks like a Marvel movie. People don't care, it's content. And a very negative, a very cynical thing where you look at something that is art, and art being reduced down to just a flood of quick, funny things to get a little hit that, one, kills your ability to concentrate on something. Trying to do the best I can, Holy Platinum, because I know there's so many complicated topics in this, and I give the perspective I do from what experience I can. There are many things I understand on a personal level, and at least am happy to bring some of the focus, because there's so much to unpack in the digital circus. And I think what I hope at the end is that a series like this can be like what I hope you all find with a dream in this world. For when you wake up, that it fills you with some kind of passion, whether for art, whether for human connection, whether for your own creative fulfillment, whether for your own healing, that you can go back to the waking world and use the power of that to shape your future. That's the magic of stories. All I hope is to see all of you leave this world with something that drives you through the next day. But I think on that note, it is time for us to get ready to go on an adventure. So, I'm making sure, okay, everything is ready. Behaved like any other AI, wasn't his purpose. He was supposed to be sentient, but he was Russian. So it's so interesting seeing Kane trying to be human. Getting ready to call it a night, Ash? Let me just get one thing set up and then I will get ready to send us all on our way. Good night, Zaddy. I'm sorry. I am sorry I can't do the good nights right now just because I know I'm focusing. But y'all, sounds like you're getting ready to rest. So, rest your bones. And there we are. Get that all set up. But how about we get ready to go on an adventure? So, I know I'll enjoy some more of our adventure. I look forward to more of our adventures together. And just the worlds we can explore in our dreams. But at least for now, I think it's time we call it a night. Thank you so much for joining me in this world. Thank you for sharing your memories with me. And for wanting to explore something, to find a light to take back to your world. So, as you get ready to open your eyes for a new day, smile and hold that light to guide your way. And for the next 5 days, Deltarune tomorrow. I'm not ready. I am going to be so emotionally damaged by this new chapter we got. But you know what? We'll get there when we get there. But tonight, we are raiding Sin, who is doing the friend lock. So, let's get ready to drop our raid message. Copy that on over. I need to differentiate that so we actually got subscriber 1 versus that. Of course, if you want to hang out afterward, we always do have the Discord. So, let's go on an adventure with some good friends. Sin and crew are a lot of fun to hang out with, so I hope you enjoy yourselves. But hold on to those dreams. And until we meet again, I will see you all soon. Good night, dreamers.